that of the scribes and Pharisees, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. You have heard that it was said to the men of old, you shall not kill, and whoever kills shall be liable to judgment. But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother shall be liable to judgment. Whoever insults his brother shall be liable to the council, and whoever says, you fool, shall be liable to the hell of fire. So, if you are offering your gifts at the altar, and there remember that your brother has something against you, leave your gifts there before the altar and go. First, be reconciled to your brother, and then come and offer your gifts. Make friends quickly with your accuser while you are going with him to court, lest your accuser hand you over to the judge, and the judge to the guard, and you be put in prison. Truly I say to you, you will never get out till you have paid the last penny. The Gospel of the Lord. My dear brothers and sisters, sometimes when we want to fill a form, or perhaps our international passport, to renew it or to get a new one, they usually ask that the photograph should not, I might not be too correct, should not exceed 6 months old. Why? So that at least how we look like recently or presently would be able to be reflected in the passport. If somebody presents to you a passport, or if, for example, I present to you the passport when I was 14 years old, they may see resemblance, but you will want to know how I recently look in case maybe there's an injury, there's a kind of maturity that's occurred, which is normal. So sometimes we can't use that past photograph to make a clear judgment of who we are presently. So we see something like that in the first reading of today from the book of the prophet Ezekiel. A person who has been doing bad things in the past, if that person makes that decision to change his way of life and do good, such a person will be saved. And a person who has been doing good things right from the past and at the end does something that is bad, that person would not be saved. It seems a bit harsh. As if sometimes we hear things like, when I was young, I used to come to church, I was very active, I prayed a lot, I was in one society, 2 societies, but now I'm not constant. And sometimes we want to rely on those past things or those past goodness that would help us, but it's not usually the case. A game of football, no matter how well you play, no matter how the opposite team has been possessing the football, it is who wins the game that matters, the final score. Our final choice matters. So whatever we have done in the past, good or bad, if we have done good, it should help us to maintain that consistency. That's what Jesus is saying. That's what our Lord God is saying. When we have been doing good, it shouldn't be difficult for us to maintain that consistency. So our final choice matters. Remember the good thief at the cross. All the bad he has been doing, when he made that final decision, that final choice to choose to serve God, to tell Jesus to remember him, he was saved. St. Paul, with the wrong things he has been doing in the past, when he made that decision to follow Christ, it paid him. My dear brothers and sisters, we are told during this season of Lent to make the right choice, to reconcile with our brothers and sisters, as you can see in the gospel reading. It's very easy for us to reconcile with God. It's easy for us to go to confession and tell God we are sorry. But it's quite difficult to look at our brother or our sister and say, I am sorry. Sorry sometimes seems one of the most difficult words to use. That's why Elton John would say, sorry seems to be the hardest word. My dear brothers and sisters, let us learn to use this season of Lent to foster reconciliation. Those that we feel that we cannot apologize to, that we cannot reconcile with. This is the appointed time to enhance such reconciliation.